of NFL experience.
Hey, I like the young Turks. I like the Baker Mayfields. I like the Patrick Mahomes. I like the Lamar Jacksons. But I do like those grizzled veterans who know how to play the game, know how to run their team, and know how to handle difficult situations. Maybe I'm just showing my age, too.
The Broncos will kick. Here's Brandon McManus to start us, and we are off from Denver.
Free kick out of bounds. Kicking team.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
First down.
Wait, that's flag 20.
Brady now on first down. Flushed out right. He's got a man complete. It's Julian Edelman. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. A good start offensively. 15 yards on the game's initial play.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a first down with a nice throw.
Wait, that round 80. Round 80.
Throwing on first down is Brady. Dancing, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. The sack there by Bradley Chubb. And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
Man, that's just so difficult for them because just think about every single play. When you decide to throw the football, you're dealing with some of the best athletes on the planet. You're talking about guys, if they weren't playing football, they'd be starting in the NBA at power forward. It's a really difficult task.
It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a third down.
I do believe we'll see a little bit more of this as this game progresses because when you can have that type of a gain in the middle of the defense, it hurts them in so many ways because most teams like to be strong down the middle. And if you can sting them there, that'll open things up for you on the outside as well.
But that's where their big tight end is so good, that middle third, the seam routes, the in routes. Yeah, you're right. Probably see more of that.
Yeah, it takes a lot of courage and fortitude to go in the middle as well, and he's got it. I'm not sure he falls under the category of mobile quarterback, but he's athletic enough that if you don't keep your rush lanes intact, he finds a way to hurt you.
As coaches like to say, I wouldn't call him a burner, but enough there in the tank. They'll run for the first time with Sony Michel, and only able to muster a couple down to about the 27.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Buying time to his left. Now he'll pull it down. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. So he was past the line of scrimmage when he threw it.
And as they say, that's a no-no. Got to be able to understand where you are on the field and not cross the line before throwing the ball downfield.
To throw, it's Brady. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Credit the sack to Von Miller. Charles, a little bit of feast or famine on this drive. They moved the ball okay, but they've been sacked twice now.
And they've got to figure out how to plug that leak a little bit, right? Keep them away from the quarterback because when he's not being hit, as you mentioned, they're moving the ball well.
On fourth down on now is the lefty Ryan Allen to punt. River Craycraft deep for Denver. He'll send this one into the mile-high air, and it's a good one. And this punt sails over the sideline, and the spot, it looks to be right at the 25-yard line. So here are the Broncos now for their opening drive. They'll be led out by their veteran quarterback, a former Blue Hen out of Delaware. It's Joe Flacco. Flacco going to bring up the Broncos 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Here's Flacco. That's complete to Jake Butt. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete. The offensive lineup now, and the guy we highlight, Emmanuel Sanders.
You can use him in any spot as a wide receiver. In the slot, out wide. It doesn't matter. He just makes plays.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. Flacco. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Dietrich Wise Jr. in there to drop him for a loss on the play.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board. On 4th down, on is Colby Wadman now to punt. And look at this. It's a fake. Oh, and this turns into a mess as it's intercepted. Picked off at the 40. Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win 1st down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on 1st down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating 1st downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
On the ground, Michel, and able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
From the 41, Brady nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Von Miller able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. And that is the 3rd sack this offensive line has allowed this 1st quarter.
Yeah, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game, I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center. Tough spot for the Pats now after the sack as Brady will lead him up 3rd and long. From the gun, it's Brady. Caught by the tight end, Watson. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down.
Well, the good thing about covering any game I do with you is I know that there's no problem with rhythm. Now, what we're watching offensively, a little bit of a problem there.
Yeah, punt on the 1st drive, looking at another one here. Just a little slow. You know, they were talking about a fast start, but that hasn't been the case.
Yeah, and let's face it, any team we cover always talks about a fast start.
That's true.
But it's not necessarily going to happen just because they say so. And whether it's the script, whether it's, you know, just what they're going through, whether they're seeing different defenses, they're going to have to figure it out as this game moves on.
And where will this be spotted? The side judge says it went out just across midfield. Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here. That opening drive ended with the INT. It didn't lead to points, but still not the way they were hoping to begin the game.
But how about going and telling your defense, thank you, a huge thank you. You said didn't lead to points, stalled off that drive. Now they've got a chance to redeem themselves and maybe reward their defense a little bit by putting some points on the board on this one.
They look to throw on 1st and 10 with Flacco. Forced out to his left. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. A quick look here at the Patriot defense.
Dante Hightower is a prototypical run-stuffing inside linebacker who has the ability to go to the edge and rush the passer. And there's no better example than when he had the strip sack against Matt Ryan in Super Bowl 51.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Here's Flacco off the play fake to Lindsey. Rolling to his right. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in a cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion. And both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
5 yards that time out of the scramble. But now they're looking at a 4th down situation.
And they had an extra defensive back on the field on that play, and the coverage was excellent. He tried to pull it down and run for it, but they rallied to him and kept him short of a 1st down.
And the punter's on the sideline. Here's the field goal unit now to try an exceptionally long one. Here's Locke to throw. Oh, but this is going to backfire as it's intercepted. Picked off by Patrick Chung. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. The spotlight now focuses on the quarterback, and that's Tom Brady. And maybe he's starting to wave the white flag a little bit. He's playing pretty well, but the pressure, it's got to him.
Has to find a way to step around it, step through it, or just handle it. Because, as you mentioned, he's having a pretty good day overall. Just the hits keep coming and taking those sacks. That's not the way that they want to finish a ball game with their quarterback on the ground so much.
He'd like to stay upright. When he's been upright, he's been pretty good. And Brady's throw there, incomplete. Demaryius Thomas, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Brady's incompletion on 1st down leads to a 2nd and 10. To throw again. Brady being chased out left. And now he's going to use his legs. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. Tom Brady flashing the mobility, scrambling there for a 1st down.
Man, defensively, that hurts. They got him out of his rhythm. They had him hemmed in, but somehow he was able to tuck it away and get away for a gain.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Working from the gun, it's Brady. They'll buy some time right. And nearly picked off there, almost intercepted. Instead, 2nd down. So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Brady escaping the pressure right. He's going to take off with it. He's got a 1st down and then some at midfield. And he takes it across the 50 to the 46-yard line. The escapability in evidence there as that one good for 15 and a 1st.
Containing him is becoming a big problem. We've already seen this once earlier in this drive.
Yeah, and so now 2 times this has happened. Do you adjust something?
Yeah, I think you do. I think you got to start thinking about your rush lanes. Try not to either get too wide or too narrow. Make sure someone is there waiting for him to take off.
So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 46. Steps away to his left. He's going to take off with it. And he's taken down inside the 30. A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A 1st down, a 16-yard gain.
Partner, as a quarterback, sometimes you just got to know when the clock has gone off in your head, it's time to go. Tuck it and get all you can.
Wait, set. Down 80. Down 80. That's the way. Go 50.
On 1st down, Brady flush to his right. And he's going to keep it here. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Well, he's proven real effective running the football. No one open, don't force it. Just get what you can, and that's what he's done very well in this game.
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
And he's going to have a first down here as he gets this one to the 17-yard line. Taking matters into his own hands, and he picks up 4 yards and a first down.
Someone knew exactly where he needed to get to pick up that first down now. I'm not so sure about the technique in getting there, but he went for it, and he got it.
Exactly. He knew where he needed to get, because remember, if he slides, when that derriere dips, if you will, that play's over.
The derriere dips, I like that one.
Yeah, been working on it for a little bit. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading the play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Pressure from his right, and he goes down hard, flat on his back. A sack by Todd Davis.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Tough spot for the Pats now after the sack as Brady will lead them up 3rd and long. Throwing now is Brady, eluding the pressure right. And he's going to go down again.
We're talking about how teams are so competitively matched, and you just want to make those plays that give you an advantage. How about right here? The difference between letting them score a touchdown versus holding them to a field goal, that's absolutely huge with the play he just made.
And you know he hated taking the loss there on 3rd down. I don't think this will even hit. It doesn't even get there. Well short, and this will remain a scoreless game. So a bit of a weird kick there. That wasn't an overly long attempt, but that never had a chance.
You almost wonder if he might have maybe got that one on the laces because it kind of knuckled on him a bit. And this one winds up in empty possession.
And Denver getting set to take the field. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Able to make something out of nothing there. 17 yards and a first down. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Operating out of the gun. Flacco. Flush. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. The sack by Michael Bennett, the native of tiny Independence, Louisiana. And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower than that defensive lineman so that you can keep your balance and keep him away from your guy trying to throw the football.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete. Now we're going to get a timeout here called by the Patriots. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the gun, Flacco dancing to his left. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. And he gets this to the 48, but no further. Well short of the line to gain. A solid run of 11 there as he tucked it and ran, but he's still short of the marker at its 4.
Well, it's not going to be a first down, but that's a nice job of picking up yardage on 3rd and long. Sometimes you just have to take what the defense gives you. And in this case, it wasn't enough to pick up the first down.
On 4th down, on is the punter, Colby Wadman. Back deep for New England, Julian Edelman. And this works out well as it'll kick out of bounds at the 11-yard line. Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. Now, they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. Well, let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first.
Nice little nifty play for them there. Yeah, that's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backs out of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down. That throw by Brady, incomplete.
That was a classic example of trying to run with the ball without securing the catch. He was thinking about those rack yards instead of making the catch first and then taking off.
He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. Von Miller getting him once again, his third sack of the afternoon.
I'm starting to wonder if this offensive line just simply doesn't like him. I mean, they've given up 6 sacks in this game. He's had nowhere to go, nowhere to run, and obviously nowhere to hide.
And all those sacks in the first half, this is just complete domination. Here's Brady to throw, sliding out of the pocket. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
Even the greats in this game, and he certainly qualifies as one of them, they're going to have trouble if they continue to throw into double coverage.
He better be careful throwing into too much. Now they're going to fake it from deep in their own territory. And this is incomplete. A huge gamble, and it does not pay off. They fake the punt. It doesn't work out. And, boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone.
Anytime a fake doesn't work, we usually focus our attention on the guys that were unsuccessful. But how about the defensive guys? They have to plan all week. They have to prepare all week. Special teams, they look like they were educated for that one.
Educated on their toes and getting a big stop. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down. No score after 1 on EA Sports. Flacco from the gun, escaping the pressure right. He'll try, and he will score. Touchdown, Denver. A 5-yard touchdown run as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. Well, we had the scoreless first quarter of play. We sure didn't have to wait long into the second quarter to get some action on the scoreboard.
So was the first quarter a feeling out process? I mean, that was an interesting quarter, wasn't it? Because we had some action, we had some good play, just didn't have any points. So now it's game on.
On here, Brandon McManus for the point after. No, he missed the PAT. No good on the extra point, so a letdown there, and this will stay a 6-point ball game. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off.
Free kick out of bounds. Kicking team.
So they will accept the penalty and move forward. So Brady and the Pats take over 1st and 10 at the 40. Brady going to throw. Flush to his right. And he will find his man for the first time, Demaryius Thomas. 17 yards there for the Patriots as they've got themselves a first down.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
Brady now, 5 out of 10, 50% throwing it. Not so hot, but he does have a first down. To throw is Brady. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run.
Normally we're talking about a quarterback duel where they're matching each other pass for pass. How about the footwork in this one? Both of these guys running the ball well.
Yeah, they've mixed in the run game. You're exactly right. Now, both coaches might not like how much their quarterbacks have taken off, but another example right there of just good mobility. They'll roll him out right. He'll run it. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. I guess no need to force it when you can do that instead. First down, 18-yard gain.
Well, that was man coverage. So once he decides to run with the football, there's no one to account for him, and he turns it into a nice gain.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Shotgun now for Brady. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down. Brady's incompletion on 1st down leads to a 2nd and 10. To throw again. Brady. And he's wrapped up. Taken down. Back at the 25. Derek Wolfe in there with pressure yet again. That is the 7th time that they have dropped him here this afternoon.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
Tough spot for the Pats now after the sack as Brady will lead them up 3rd and long. Operating from the gun. Brady eluding the pressure right. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. And here he'll get it down to the 7. He'll get 17 back there, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
Well, partner, nothing comes open here, so he decides to escape out of there, and he doesn't pick up a first down, but he does gain additional yardage to set up a possible field goal attempt if they decide to go that route.
So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. And he pushed it. Pushed it from short distance, wide right. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. So from nothing less there than chip shot distance, a tough miss from the right hash mark.
Well, this is just a wobbler. I mean, he knows he's got to get it going left, but that was right all the way.
Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. Flacco going to bring up the Broncos 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. Flacco off play action. Flushed out right. He completes this to Sutton. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. Give him 30 yards there.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, Let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great. And what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game. So the line of scrimmage all the way up to midfield now as they've got it 1st and 10. Flacco from midfield. For the catch made, this is Emmanuel Sanders. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That one goes for 24 yards.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely. Great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that?
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
First and 10, and Flacco looking to throw. Buying time to his left. Now he'll pull it down. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on first down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
To throw again on 2nd down. Flacco escaping the pressure right. Got a man open. It's Sutton. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a 1st down.
On 1st and 10, it's Lindsey. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. So a loss of 5, and it'll be 2nd down.
Michael Bennett's versatility, being able to play any position along the defensive front, allows him to make those types of plays. He finds good matchups and gets into the offensive backfield.
And there it works for a tackle for loss. On 2nd and 15 now. Flacco forced out to his left. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. A heck of an effort there on the scramble. Leaves him with just 3rd and a yard.
Partner was a definite passing down, but he was able to leak out and pick up some good yardage, even though the coverage was excellent. Maybe it's not exactly how they drew it up, but he's still got a big chunk of yardage on 2nd down.
Being chased, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
You and I both know we're into a whole new realm of football because we're not just looking at tendencies anymore. We're looking at analytics, and I've got to think the analytics on 3rd and 1 say run the football.
So on 4th down, on comes Brandon McManus and the field goal unit for the Broncos. From the left hash, a chip shot here. Oh, this ball hangs out to the right. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. The spotlight now focuses on the quarterback, and that's Tom Brady. And this defense, they came prepared. He's probably going to be seeing them in his sleep if they don't fix things quickly.
And that's not exactly what he wants to see in his post-game slumber. So they've got to figure out a way to slow things down a little bit. Some screen passes, some draws, anything to make the defensive front hesitate a little bit. Think on their way back to the quarterback, maybe even a quarterback draw, some type of tendency breaker to change things up.
Exactly. Whatever the case, something to mix it up here. Brady and the Patriots now 1st and 10 at the 20. Flush to his right. And now he's going to use his legs. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A 1st down, a 16-yard gain. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. From the gun, Brady steps away to his left. He's going to take off with it. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. He gets it across the 50 and down to the 48. Able to make something out of nothing there. 17 yards and a first down. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Play action. Now it's Brady rolling to his right. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Kareem Jackson. He was trying to hit Thomas that time.
I think that interception happened for two reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
Set to start another drive, Joe Flacco and the Broncos. They've got the lead. He's a big reason why. Looking sharp so far.
And as we travel around the league, we see quarterbacks get it done in a variety of ways. But today's NFL does tell us one thing. If that guy doesn't play well, their team's not going to win. And right now he's got his team in the lead.
And now they'll look to extend that lead. Flacco going to bring up the Broncos 1st and 10. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Dante Hightower coming in for the sack from his linebacker spot. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and...
Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Dante Hightower picks up his second sack of the afternoon. And did he just clock that? Looked like he tried to stop the clock, but the clock wasn't even moving. The Broncos send out their punter now. On, we think, to punt, though he's faked it earlier, but he was unsuccessful. Oh, it's a wobbler here. Yeah, this is going to be touchdown, but what a gift here. That's going to set the return team up in the red zone already. Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Wait, set, 29, Alpha. Check, 47. Hey, watch the ball. Jackson, reload.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He'll buy some time right toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. He couldn't get the hook up there that time with Thomas, and that'll bring up second down. Brady's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10. Here's Brady, eluding the pressure right. He's going to take off with it. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
But to me, this leads to the question, do you admire the way he puts his body out there all the time, or do you think he should protect himself a little bit more?
Well, he's been on the ground several times with all those sacks that he's taken. So, I don't know. I kind of admire him not sliding down there, don't you?
I'm with you on that one. The meter definitely leans towards admiration.
They've been in the red zone 3 times in this game and have not scored a single point. Can they break through here on 2nd and goal? Brady now to throw. Flushed out right. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Looked at me like they adopted what my kindergarten teacher always said. If at first you don't succeed, try again. And finally, able to hold him in check. He'd been carving him up running the ball.
That's the first time I think I've seen where the coverage was good downfield, and they accounted for him and stopped him for a short pickup.
Yeah, I don't think it was a big adjustment, but much more emphasis on making sure they knew where he was when he decided to take off and go.
New England on third down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and goal. Dancing to his left. He may try and run for this. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. He opted to go with a scramble, gets 2 yards, and now it's 4th.
He certainly had plenty of success running the ball, and right now I'm getting the sense that he's looking to take off and run every time he steps back to throw it.
But they did a nice job there collapsing on him and holding him to a short gain. Gostkowski now for the Pats field goal try. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. Complete to Watson, the tight end. And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. From 3 yards out, as his guys can now take the lead with the extra point.
Well, that worked out perfectly. The holder took the ball and found his man wide open for a pass and a score on a fake field goal. I love that play.
Now Stephen Gostkowski on for the extra point. Oh, it's a fake. They'll try and throw for it. And this fake extra point attempt failed big time. Not only did they not get it, they went backwards.
Let me go ahead and show my age a little bit. I liked it when they would fake it from the 3-yard line, right? When you'd line up, go ahead and, oh, there's a fake, and he's going to get 2. That's great. But from the 15, the risk-reward, it's just not there.
It's so risky to get 15 yards on a fake. Well, you see the result right there.
Yeah, I know these young whippersnappers are trying to do different things in this game, but let's go back to old reliable. Kick the ball through the first.
Get off my lawn.
That's darn right.
Free kick out of bounds. Kicking team.
So that one will be accepted.
Let's go, boys. Let's go.
Good starting position for the Broncos here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Now it's Flacco sliding out of the pocket. That's complete to Jake Butt. It's a gain of 5, and it'll bring up a 2nd down.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Under pressure, and Flacco's going to be dropped. Dante Hightower able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Now after the sack, Flacco and the Broncos come up 3rd and long. 3rd down. Flacco needs a decent chunk of yardage. He can run for it, and he will. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a 1st down.
After the sack, you could understand him maybe being a little bit nervous back there, a little skittish, but looked awfully decisive when he took off and ran.
Very decisive and picked up that 1st down in the process. So into Pat's territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line. Now Flacco buying time to his left. And he's going to keep it here. He'll get the 1st down and more inside the 20. And down to the 19-yard line. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the 1st down on a 13-yard run. Not only another 1st down, that also puts him over 100 yards rushing.
That's not something you see very often in the NFL. We see it more in college. But I think with more of the melding of the college game with quarterbacks, we'll see this a little bit more often in the future.
Here's Flacco, escaping the pressure right. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman is standing by. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half. They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. Phillip Lindsay, the intended target, and it's third down. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. To pass, Flacco, forced out to his left. He may try and run for this. So no sack. He gets back to the line of scrimmage, but it'll still bring up a 4th down.
Well, the defensive guys won't be real happy because there won't be a sack on this play because he did get back to the line of scrimmage. But what a job they did overall. Hemmed him in and gave him nowhere to go with the football.
And this is not even going to get there. It's no good. And this game will remain tied here in quarter number 2. So you wonder what's going on in that head right about now. That's 2 missed field goals for him now, and this one should have been no problem.
For an NFL kicker, you're thinking 97, 98% from this distance, and this one somehow fails to go through. And that's 3 points you just absolutely have to count on getting.
He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be second down.
And we have to give credit to him for buying time and extending the play. But you know there's some really upset defenders on that one. They thought that they had him. Instead, he was coated in Teflon and got away.
Now, meanwhile, the throw by Brady knocked away, incomplete.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
Where every now and then you just absolutely outguess yourself. 3rd and inches, and they decide not to run the ball. You end up seeing the end result.
The end result was not good. They elect to pass, and it backfires. Here's Ryan Allen now as he's on to punt for New England. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Craycraft on the return. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. They look to throw on 1st and 10 with Flacco. Flush to his right. He'll try and run it. Now he's going to throw it deep to the other side of the field. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. So the illegal forward pass also costs him a down, and now it's 2nd and long. Barring a flag, final play here for Flacco and company. Eluding the pressure right. He'll let this go deep for Sutton. So we have reached halftime here with not much scoring between these two teams. 6-6 our score. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report.
We thought this one would be a close battle coming in, and we have not been disappointed. But they are all even to this point. So to see if either side can pull away, let's get you right back out to Brandon and Charles for the start of the second half.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. All even through one half of football as we get back underway in quarter number 3.
Free kick out of bounds. Kicking team.
So bad mistake there by the kickers. The ball goes out of bounds.
Wait, ready.
Let's get off the field, D. Let's get off the field, D.
Here's Flacco off the play fake to Lindsay. They'll roll him out right. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. He was looking for Tim Patrick that time, but it'll be second down. Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. Here's Flacco, flushed out right. Now he's going to throw deep right side. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Flacco leads to Lindsey on the draw. And he'll only get this to the 47. He needed a few more yards to pick up the first. They'll get 6 there on the run, but it brings up 4th down.
I know they want to go for it here, and I know that their fans want them to go for it. But listen, I'm going to play head coach right here and look at the facts. Tie game, plus, even if you get the first, you still got a half a field to go. I go ahead and punt the football myself.
The Broncos send out their punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. And they're going to try this again. It's another fake, but he will not make the first down marker. That'll be a turnover on downs. Here comes the Patriots offensive unit. They'll have it first here to begin the 3rd quarter. Their defense did its job, yielded no points. Now it's the offense's turn.
And how much fun is that when you set things up to start a half and you just tell you guys, hey, if you can shut them down, get it back for our offense, we can roll. And they played out perfectly. Now, can the offense do what they wanted to do at the half, which is find those weaknesses and now attack them and score some points.
And break this tie. He's got a first down and more inside the 30. And he takes it all the way down to the 22. No one there to help out downfield, but no problem scrambling for 22 and a first.
On that play, as you saw the route start to develop downfield, I got the sense that maybe the run would set up for him. And he took full advantage of it and got a big gain on a busted play.
Brady now on first down. Escaping the pressure right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Von Miller, who else? He's in there for his 4th sack of the afternoon.
Well, we knew this guy wasn't especially fleet of foot, but he tried to conjure up some escapability, but there was no way he was getting away on that one.
So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Throwing now is Brady, being chased out, and the pressure gets to him again.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. But he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
Tough spot for the Pats now after the sack, as Brady will lead him up 3rd and long. From the gun, it's Brady. Flush to his right. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. Only able to get back a yard for his efforts, and that leads us to 4th down.
He was able to get away earlier in the drive, but apparently all the time they put in practice finally came to the front, didn't it? They remembered their lessons and found a way to contain him when he took off on that one.
Gostkowski now for the Pats field goal try. Wind at his back now in this 3rd quarter. And it's complete. They're going to get the first. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. Wow, 1st and goal, and defensively all they can do is shake their heads. Not only did they allow the conversion, but a big play as well.
Obviously, the minimum goal of any fake is to get a first down. I think, truthfully, when you're going for a fake, you're going for the big shot. You're going for the big play. But in this case, they got more than a first down, and now they're really set up.
Yeah, they got a big play out of it. You're right. Now they're knocking on the door. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. Now Brady steps away to his left. He'll run it. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down. Good yardage on 1st down. Now can they punch it in on 2nd and goal? Now Brady, and he will score. Touchdown, Patriots. Punching it in from a yard away. And the Patriots have taken the lead.
Brad, I think we have to look back at the big call to go for it on 4th down.
Yeah, that set up everything, and the end result, the short touchdown run. Correct me if I'm wrong, I don't think every coach would have gone for it back there.
You and I both know every coach would not have gone for it back there, so that's showing a little bit of faith, actually showing a lot of faith in...
Oh, it's a fake. They'll try and throw for it. And this fake extra point attempt failed big time. Not only did they not get it, they went backwards.
Okay, they went for the fake off of the extra point attempt. It's a long way to go, and they didn't get there. Didn't get it completed successfully. Did someone dare them to do that? Did someone double dog dare them?
I was going to ask you, maybe they saw something on film, but do you see something on film when those to try something from the 15 on a PAT? I don't know.
The only thing they needed to see on film there was a snap, a hold, and someone kicking the ball through the post.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Eluding the pressure right. He's got Jake Butt as tight end. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Bronco 1st down. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did.
Ready! Night, sweetheart!
Flacco fakes the give, sets to throw, flushed out right. Finding the open man, and that's Tim Patrick. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A very solid gain of 27.
One of the selling points of the in route is it gives the quarterback a really nice sight line to his receiver and almost on a direct shot able to throw the ball into the middle of the field and have a great chance of success as they did on that play.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Dante Hightower. Who else? He's in there for his 4th sack of the afternoon. And it's never good to take a sack. You really don't want to take one down here in this part of the field down near the red zone.
Not at all, because you're already pretty much assured of a field goal. But you take a big sack, it could push you out of range, and that's why defenses get a little more aggressive in this situation. They're almost conceding the 3 points. They want to push you back and try and take you out of that.
Another try after the 1st down sack. Flacco, and that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Flacco looks to throw, and that is incomplete. You and I watched film yesterday, and you told me to watch his feet. Well, for whatever reason, his footwork just looked off on that throw.
And you always love it when an ex-defensive back talks quarterback mechanics, right?
Well, but you're good at it.
Well, I try, all right? I don't know how good I am, but it doesn't take much to tell. His mechanics are off a little bit, exactly what you described. Footwork, that led to the incompletion.
Well, close game, second half. You obviously hate to leave 3 out on the field.
Especially in a game like this when you know points are hard to come by. That was one of their best opportunities so far, and they come away with nothing.
Now the Patriots offense, they work their way back out onto the field. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Working from the gun, it's Brady. Escaping the pressure right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Todd Davis able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
It wasn't a breakdown in protection. Did the running back not pick him up? What does it really matter? Sometimes it's just a great play made by the defense. Big-time sack.
Now following the sack, they'll come up here on a 2nd down and 12. To throw is Brady. Dancing to his left. Now he'll pull it down. And give him 10 that time as he was able to get away from the pressure and get a nice gain. A nickel set defensively for the Broncos here on 3rd down. Shotgun now for Brady. They'll buy some time right. He hits White, complete. And he's going to have a 1st down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. They're able to convert with a gain of 4. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills.
In a double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And a return out shy of midfield to the 46-yard line.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball. And I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
Good starting field position for him as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 46. Buying time to his left. He'll get this one to Patrick. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly.
Single.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Flacco flush to his right, and now he's going to use his legs. And he's got this down to the 35. The coverage may be too good that time as he breaks away for 19 with his legs and a 1st down. Operating off play action. Flacco eluding the pressure right. Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off by Patrick Chung. And they'll have the football, but deep in their own territory as he's brought down at the 5. He violated a big-time no-no in throwing that pick. Rolling right, throwing across his body.
And you know that your dad taught you that in the backyard when you were a tyke.
Yep.
Don't do it. The problem, every now and then you get away with it. This time, not the case.
Flushed out, and they're going to get to him. That is going to be a safety. Tom Brady taken down to the end zone. And, Charles, at some point, you can't keep worrying about big play. Can this be perfect? You just have to get the ball out of the end zone.
And in the offensive huddle, that was discussed when they called the play. Just get out of the end zone. But you know what's interesting? A lot of the times in the defensive huddle, they actually call a set and then say at the end of it, get a safety. So it's preached, it's coached, it's thought about.
And coming out now, the Broncos. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. I guess no need to force it when you can do that instead. First down, 18-yard gain. Throwing here on first down. Flacco forced out to his left. He's going to take off with it. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down.
Well, he did a nice job keeping his eyes downfield, waiting for someone to get open. But once the pressure forced his eyes down to see the rush, it was time to make a break for it.
Throwing again on second down. Flacco, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Kyle Van Noy able to drop him for a loss of a couple. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it, but it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
The line to gain is the 33 on third down. From the gun, Flacco escaping the pressure right. Open man, and that's his tight end, Jake Butt. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots 21.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
Inside 4 minutes to go, third quarter. First and 10, and Flacco looking to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
It is tough to complete pass against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against the zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. The last drive, remember, similar situation. He forced the ball into coverage through the pick. He learned better there.
Yeah, similar to a golfer that's confronted with a shot that you just can't make. Sometimes you have to take your medicine, as they say, right? Just pull it down, take off, and go. Don't make something worse than what it was.
On first down, Flacco being chased out left. He's going to take off with it. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down. Now, before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. They'll go again from the 3 here on second and goal. Setting up to throw, Flacco steps away to his left, and he will score. Touchdown, Denver. Joe Flacco, his second touchdown of the afternoon, and the Broncos have retaken the lead. Not the first time on this drive we saw him take matters into his own hands, and this time he finishes things off with a touchdown run.
You're not going to be happy with me, but I think he took matters into his own feet, didn't he?
Oh, Davis from the top rope. I like it. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And this fake extra point attempt failed big time. Not only did they not get it, they went backwards. Now whistles blow, and the Patriots are going to take another timeout. And that's going to leave them with just 1 timeout remaining still in the third quarter. We'll see if that comes back to haunt them. We'll be back. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away.
Free kick out of bounds. Kicking team.
And the kicker commits the kicker's cardinal sin. He kicks it out of bounds. Very good starting position for the Patriot offense as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. They fake the handoff. Now Brady sliding out of the pocket. Now on the run. He'll throw it back deep over the middle. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. Brady's incompletion on 1st down leads to a 2nd and 10. Brady going to throw. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Well, there was 2nd and long. Now it's 3rd and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
Tough spot for the Pats now after the sack as Brady will lead them up 3rd and long. Operating from the gun. Brady. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Von Miller in there to get him again. That is sack number 6, one off the NFL record of 7.
Yeah, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15, and it'll be a short field for the Broncos as they take over 1st and 10. Play action. Flacco. They'll roll him out right. On the run, he'll let it go deep. Right sideline. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Flacco off play action. On the move to his left. He'll let this. That's caught inside the 20. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, it was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice 1st down.
They fake the handoff. Now Flacco to pass. Flush to his right. This is caught. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays. They go pass again with Flacco. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Dante Hightower. My goodness, make that now 5 sacks for him in this ball game. Really, really turning in an incredible performance.
Well, surprise, surprise. 1st and goal at the 1. No quarterback sneak. No running play. They decide to throw for it, but the pressure got to him quickly and put the quarterback down.
Moved back to the 10. They'll try on 2nd and goal here.
No.
Now it's Flacco. And that is incomplete here. The veteran Jason McCourty there to make sure that one didn't find its target. Third and goal, Flacco. And that is caught. Touchdown, Denver. Jake Butt there to make the grab. And the Broncos push further out in front. No surprise there. 3rd and goal down here. That's where they're going to look for their tight end.
Yeah, you want that big guy running his routes because it doesn't matter who they cover him with. If it's another big guy, he might use his bulk against him. If it's a shorter defender, he might go over the top.
Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. This is the tight end Fant. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. 3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Now McManus on to kick this one off.
Free kick out of bounds. Kicking team.
And the kick goes outside the white lines. That's why the flag comes out.
Yes, and that was an error by the kicker, and it will give the offense great starting field position.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. And he's going to keep it here. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
So many times we talk about having good eye discipline when you're playing defense, making sure your eyes are in the proper place on a given play. Looks like that discipline came to the front there, didn't it? They were able to hold him for a short gain when he took off running.
He'll try and run it. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down. A big play, 3rd and 2. This crowd dying for a stop. Here's Brady to throw. Steps away. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. And this is going to be another 1st down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 38-yard line.
All right, partner, I'm a defender, but I've got to express my admiration there. Moving around, making it happen, and instead of worrying about protecting himself, he goes and gets the 1st down. I've got to give it to him on that one.
Normally, you don't want your guy taking shots, your quarterback, but it's winning time here in the 4th quarter if he needs some. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Von Miller in there for the 7th time in this game alone, and that ties him with the late Derek Thomas for the most sacks ever in a single game.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Brady dancing to his left. He'll run it. He turned that into a nice gain. Gets him 8 yards closer for 3rd down. Now on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. From the gun, Brady eluded, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Von Miller in there yet again. They just cannot block him. He now has 8 sacks, and that is a new single-game record. He was trying to keep his eyes downfield. Nobody came open. And look at this, another fake. And this is incomplete. A huge gamble, and it does not pay off. They fake the punt. It doesn't work out. And this defense is going to get the football back near midfield, right at the 48. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10. Just shy of midfield at the 48. Flacco flushed out right. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Dante Hightower in there to get him again. That is sack number 6, one off the NFL record of 7. Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a 2nd and very long. Now Flacco escaping the pressure right. That's complete to Jake Butt. And he'll be brought down right around the 37.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect him to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
Flush to his right. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Dante Hightower in there for the 7th time in this game alone, and that ties him with the late Derek Thomas for the most sacks ever in a single game. The Broncos send out their punter now. And they're going to fake it from deep in their own territory. But he will not make the 1st down marker, and that'll be a turnover on downs. It's such a risky play there to fake it. You're either the hero or the GOAT. Here they're going to be the GOAT.
Unfortunate, too, because you know they thought they had something there. They don't call it just to call it. They don't just say, oh, what the heck, let's go.
Under pressure now, and he's going to go down just inside the 5-yard line. Bradley Chubb getting him once again, his 3rd sack of the afternoon. So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, 2nd and goal. Now Brady. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. Benjamin Watson A beast in the red zone with his second touchdown of the game. As they now sit just a 2-point conversion away from tying this game up in the fourth quarter. So now a big spot for the Pats as they'll go for 2. From the gun, it's Brady. That's caught at the 1. And he'll get into the end zone as the 2-point conversion is successful. Still time to work with on the clock, but they wanted the tie now, and they got it.
And I love their aggressiveness. Go ahead and get it done, get the game tied. Now your team has the momentum, and you're staring across the field saying, let's see if you can match us.
Fitting for what's been a tight ball game. We're all even at 20 now as the kick's away.
Free kick out of bounds. Kicking team.
Big mistake here by the kicker, kicking it out of bounds.
The one that drives coaches crazy. Keep it in the field of play and let your guys cover.
Good starting position for the Broncos here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Now Flacco. He's got Jake Butt as tight end. 4 yards on the pickup, and it'll be 2nd down.
It's vitally important to wrap him up immediately because if you let that big guy get ahead of steam up, boy, then you got real trouble trying to get him down.
But they're able to hold him to a short gain on 1st down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Out to his left. And that's incomplete. Emmanuel Sanders, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd down.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. Here's Flacco. And that is incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. And that'll kick and go out of bounds just outside the 15 at the 16-yard line. The Patriot offense now set to come back out onto the field. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it.
And this is going to be intercepted. It's Chris Harris with a pick. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line.
Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage, but instead he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw right into it for an interception.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. 3rd down. Flacco needs a decent chunk of yardage. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. The Broncos unable to convert here on 4th. And this defense is going to get the football back near midfield, right at the 48. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And last time, 1-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good one.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Bradley Chubb, who else? He's in there for his 4th sack of the afternoon.
You know, on these types of plays, we're always looking to assess blame. Okay, where did it break down? Sometimes it's just a great play.
They'll come up after the sack on a 2nd and 12. Here's Brady. And he's going to go down again. Von Miller doing what he does best with a sack.
So, Brandon, we've sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
Tough spot for the Pats now after the sack as Brady will lead him up 3rd and long. And an alley to run. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. The scramble good for a nice gain of 10 yards, but still 4th down.
I thought he did a pretty good job there to get back what he could, but let's face it, that sack on 2nd down, talk about throwing a wrench into the works. It certainly did.
Yeah, he did everything he could there trying to pick up some positive yardage, and he did, but not enough. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And the punt will kick out of bounds, and it'll be spotted inside the 30-yard line. Now this Broncos offensive unit ready to head back out onto the field. And last time they were very fortunate, this offense. They went for it on 4, turned it over in their own territory, but the other guys held up. They didn't give up any points.
So how about the guy with the #1 headset on the sideline as a head coach? That was planned going into it, not necessarily to not get the first down or to have the defense have to hold
But he
up.
trusted his defense.
Trusted his defense very much, and I think that's how he's going to play this game. Go for it. Be aggressive, because I've got the wild bunch backing me up over here on my own sideline.
We'll see what his offense can do. Eluding the pressure right. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. And they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line. So how about that for a momentum switch?
We're in the 4th quarter, and it's a tie game. You've got to take care of the football here. Now their opportunity to take the lead right out the window, and everything is...
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Von Miller able to take him down. It's a loss of 3.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations, because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. Quarterback was hit.
Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Todd Davis able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon. Tough spot for the Pats now after the sack as Brady will lead him up 3rd and long. Throwing now is Brady. Well, the 2 men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up 4th down.
And what with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
Here's Ryan Allen now in punt formation, but as we've seen, that's no guarantee he'll punt the football. And here's a very low-line drive, almost whiffed on it. And this will be touchdown inside the 20. They'll spot it at the 18-yard line. And Denver getting set to take the field. Flacco going to bring up the Broncos 1st and 10 at their own 18. They'll start on the ground with Lindsey. And they'll blow that one up back at the 16-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Every year I go to the combine and marvel at the speeds that linebackers are running nowadays. They run like DBs. And let's face it, they know how to finish plays too. Eyes up, head up, run right through them.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Jamie Collins. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way. And what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete. The defense did their job. 4th quarter, big stand.
No doubt about it, because the offense has been yelling at them from the sideline. Just do us a favor. Get us the ball back. Give us one more chance to take it downfield. The defense just did them a solid, it appears.
And when they get the ball back, they can kind of play free tie game. They're not behind. Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. That'll be a New England first down, a gain of 12. Brady, perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Rolling, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Von Miller, it'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result? Quarterback gets hit.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. The throw on 2nd down by Brady is incomplete.
As tight ends go, he might not provide the super flashy plays very often, but he's pretty reliable. Usually an excellent target and normally catches what's thrown to him, but he didn't on that play.
He'll buy some time right. Oh, he almost intercepted it. They're just forcing it into too many tough spots. That was almost a 4th pick of the game. And now 4th down.
They decided to take a shot and right down the middle of the field, and really, they didn't give it as much time to develop, did they? They want to take that shot somewhere around the 15-yard mark.
And the defense able to recover, bat it free.
Let's go! Let's go!
What a tough spot to miss a kick. Just an absolute letdown.
Look, they got themselves in the field goal range, gave them a chance to take the lead. They come up empty, and now you wonder, will their offense ever see the football again?
Yeah, because on the other side, one through the post, and this thing could be over. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a score to break this tie. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Flacco. That's caught left side by Jake Butt. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that.
That's what I'm talking about. Nice hit, boy.
They got the completion. Now, they probably had 2 plays called in the huddle, so they've got to get to the line of scrimmage, get set, and run their 4th down play.
The Broncos send out their punter now, as he's on for the 5th time here today. And well done here. That one will kick out of bounds at about the 8-yard line. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game, but this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football, because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
23 yards on the play.
At this stage, you've got to hustle, got to get back to the line of scrimmage, because you're saving that timeout to make sure you have a chance to get your kicker out there for the big shot.
Now the Broncos going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. To throw is Brady. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. Brady's incompletion on 1st down leads to a 2nd and 10. Brady to throw. Rolling to his left. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Todd Davis. And his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line. The Patriots will take their third and final timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They need to get this around the 40 on the other side to get into field goal range. Look at the clock, a decent amount of time here in a tie game. What do?
No panic situation at all. They've got to get a couple of chunk plays, pick up nice bits of yardage.
Target the sidelines?
Target the sidelines because you want to get out of bounds and make sure that clock stops. Because if the clock stays running, that makes things that much tougher for you. It can always bleed out on you.
On first down, it's Lindsey. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And it'll be 2nd and 12. Flacco to throw. Now he'll let this one go deep, right? And this is taken in at the 5. It's a big play there for the Broncos. 43 yards. Now the Broncos will use their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. This to almost certainly win the football game. Oh, that one got away from him. Short distance kick missed. No good. Way wide to the right. And a costly one there as this game remains tied here in the 4th. And that one, my goodness, that was almost too easy.
Yeah, you're not going to have too many attempts shorter than that one. And I don't think this was blocked. That's about as bad a miss as you can have.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. They have a little bit of time here to get into field goal range. Not much. In a tie game, you don't want to do anything crazy, right?
I agree with you on that one. Risk-reward, okay? If you go for it, what is the absolute reward on this? But the risk is probably greater. Run the clock out, get to overtime, and try and win it there.
All right, we'll see if they do just that. Brady's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10. To throw is Brady. On the move to his left. Now he'll pull it down. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. So 4 quarters wasn't enough, and we are off to overtime. Don't change that dime. And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick 6 or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
So a tie ball game here as the kick's away.
Free kick out of bounds. Kicking team.
And this kick goes out of bounds, and that's obviously why the flag comes out here.
And now you can see the defense greeting the kicker as they go out to play. The starting field position for the offense is excellent. Puts a lot more pressure on the defensive guys.
Yeah, and if the kicker thinks he's lonesome, he's really lonesome after a play like this.
Hey, he better hope that he's lonesome because who's ever standing next to him is probably on the defensive side, and they're none too happy.
The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down. First throw of overtime for Brady. He's going to look deep down the field. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. It's 3rd and 4. Big play here trying to keep this opening drive of overtime alive. Working from the gun, it's Brady. Steps away. And an alley to run. And he gets it down to the 48, enough for the first.
Now, that definitely hurts because the mindset is getting a 3-and-out there, and they don't get it done. They give up the scramble and a pickup for a first down.
Wait, set, play, 20. 47.
On first down, Brady flushed out right. And now he's going to use his legs. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Brady gives to Michelle. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Playing against a 3-4 front is really challenging for offensive linemen because they can do so many different things. But when you're running the football, if you can handle the nose tackle up front, and then maybe a guard can slide up to the second level and block a linebacker, that's when you have success running the football.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. Now a play fake. Brady out to his left. And he gets the first down here as he's taken down at the 24. 5 yards on the scramble, and that's enough to pick up the first.
Wait, set, ready? Check back 47. Sugar.
Throwing on first down is Brady. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Von Miller, he's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Brady going to throw. Buying time to his left. He's going to take off with it. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down. He'd had some success as a runner previously on this drive, just not as much space there that time.
Yeah, this time when he pulled it down, they were ready for him, so I think he's going to have to fling a few in order to open up that running lane again.
And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Little OT scramble drill that time, Mr. Davis.
And, partner, I can tell you from personal experience, nothing drives a defense crazier than having things covered and the quarterback takes off and picks up a first down or big yardage. Because whether you're in zone or man, it's easy to lose track of him because you don't always have someone assigned to him. And once he goes, now everybody's scrambling to try and tackle him.
The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
And he's going to go down just outside of the 5, right around the 6-yard line. Bradley Chubb, my goodness, make that now 5 sacks for him in this ball game. Really turning in an incredible performance. Biggest play now in this opening drive of overtime. This is 3rd and goal. To throw, it's Brady. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. So it's been a long drive. They've held the ball for quite a while. Now what do you do here?
Well, to me, at this stage after this drive, this close to the goal line, 3 points would be a letdown. I'm going for it here.
A big spot now for Stephen Gostkowski. This to at least get him a lead here in overtime. Now Hoyer. They pass up the 3, fake it. It doesn't work. And the Bronco defense comes up big. They had the chance to go up 3. They fake it. And now a field goal the other direction. This game's over.
It shows that we're still adjusting to the rule change of a couple of seasons ago about overtime, right?
Yeah.
3 points doesn't win it if it's the first 3 of overtime. So they were thinking touchdown because that does win it. Instead, it backfires, and now they have to go on defense and try and stop them.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had the fly, just sending the guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. They'll roll him out right. Now the pressure comes, and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Mike Bennett picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
We've watched this a long time, and I still don't believe we get it. 3rd and long. Why are you calling play action?
Because they're not going to bite defensively, right?
No, not at all. I did have a coach explain to me years ago that for some teams, that's how they have to deal with pass protection and their line blocking. But to me, it seems silly.
Yeah, well, they're silly, and it leads to a play action sack. And he'll try and throw here on the fake. Oh, and this turns into a mess as it's intercepted. Picked off by Todd Davis. Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here. Neither team scored yet. Now we go to sudden death. Next points win this game.
How about the tension right now? It is ratcheted up, isn't it? I mean, now whatever happens, points are scored, that's your ball game. Can't wait to see the defense now. Did they get a little more aggressive in order to not let the team just drive the ball easily down the field?
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Dante Hightower in there yet again. They just cannot block him. He now has 8 sacks, and that is a new single-game record. After the sack, oh, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile. Oh, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker Kyle Van Noy. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Patriot defense has a touchdown. Still catching our breaths from that electric finish. You get into overtime, that's one thing. It was a great 4 quarters. But then in OT, not only to win it, but to win it on a defensive score. Wow.
Oh, definitely. And I think from now on, we're going to definitely travel someone who can help us, because I thought I was going to pass out at the end. Not just getting to the overtime, but the plays in overtime that led to this one, and to finish it on a defensive touchdown, a takeaway that gets into the end zone. I'm not rooting for anyone, but boy, I'd love to see games finish that way.
That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. Enjoy the rest of your afternoon, everyone, as we say so long from Denver.
Yeah. Okay. 30,000 in the pocket, no change. Okay. I might pass the ball, but this is no game. Okay. All my girls, they love and hate me the same. Okay. So when I die, I ain't gonna be from old age. Somebody gonna want revenge. Somebody might want it now. Right pocket got euros. Left pocket got pound. Somebody gonna want revenge. Somebody might want it now. Throw the ball with the right hand, catch with the left, touchdown. Step back, let me get some room. Congrats every time I'm through. Same packet, nobody knew. So I never get confused. Hotel, get a bird's eye view. Hotel, get a waiting room. Read a magazine while you wait for me. Baby, I'll be done so soon. Phone gotta be off, each store got locks. I got some trusted shoes. Okay. 10K on the countertop, don't look so shocked, it's nothing new. Okay. Death comes in threes. Wins come in twos. Cash comes in ones. Okay, 30,000 in the pocket, no change. I die, I ain't gonna be from old age. Somebody gonna want revenge, somebody might want it now. Right pocket got euros,